touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. Complete to right. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Wright's got it.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff now looking to throw.
On the slant, this is Chark. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here we go on fourth. Goff into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers now on first down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Rodgers now on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7th. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
He'll drop to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now,
rush coming, and he's taken down. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a play fake, and it's gone. throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 41, Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throwing on 2nd down, Rodgers. His throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Lions will take over. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Being chased out left.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Gone. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Shark's got it, left side. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And inside give to Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
So the false start will back them up 5. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Goff linking up with Sharp for a Lions 1st down.
Here's Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff, open man right side is Sharp.
On the move past the 40. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gone.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They run. It's Williams. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Kobe Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over at first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Rodgers throwing here. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to...
And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way.